Good morning and welcome to another day of Read Alouds. We have had a great time reading folk tales today and this week, and today is no different. We're going to read a story today called Once a Mouse. Now this is a folk tale that I personally have never heard before, so I hope that you enjoy this one. This story is about a hermit who has special magical powers, and he's going to turn animals into other animals. But they're not going to be happy about it. Let's read to find out. Once a Mouse by Marcia Brown. Now, I want you to pay close attention when we read this story today to the way that the illustrator uses color. And I want you to pay close attention to the color red. One day, a hermit sat thinking, big and little. Suddenly, he saw a mouse. Now, a hermit is someone who lives away from everybody else, doesn't really talk to a lot of people. He sits and thinks a lot. About to be snatched up by a crow. So he saw this mouse. It's about to get taken by a crow. He hurried to help the poor little animal, and tearing him from the crow's greedy beak, he carried him off to his hut in the forest, where he comforted him with milk and grains of rice. But look! What do you see? A cat. A cat came to the hut with whiskers straight and tail held high. What are we starting to notice? Yes, I'm starting to see some red. But the hermit was mighty at magic as well as at prayer. When he saw the danger threatening his little pet, he quickly changed him into a stout cat. But that night, a dog barked in the forest. Poor cat ran to hide under the bed. The hermit wasted no time thinking about how big or how small, and changed the cat into a big dog. Not long after that, a hungry tiger was prowling in the forest and leaped on the dog. Fortunately, the hermit was ready and, with a gesture, he changed the dog into a handsome royal tiger. Now, imagine the pride of all that tiger. All day long, he peacocked around the forest, lording over all the other animals. The hermit missed nothing of all of this and chided the beast. Without me, he would say to him, you would be a little mouse. That is, if you were still alive. There is no need to give yourself such air. Right? No need to pride yourself and go around strutting your stuff. There's no need for that. You think that tiger's gonna listen? The tiger felt offended and humiliated. He forgot all the good he had received from the old man. No one shall tell me that I was once a mouse. I will kill him. But the hermit read the tiger's mind. You are ungrateful. Go back to the forest and be a mouse again. So the proud and handsome tiger turned back into a frightened, humbled little mouse. Notice the color. That ran off into the forest and was never seen again. And the hermit sat thinking about big and little. And that is the end of our story. So the hermit turned the mouse into all of these animals, and he really liked it. But then, when the hermit turned him back into a mouse, he didn't like it too much, did he? No. Now, what lesson do you think you could learn from this story? Yeah, I think you probably could learn a lot about making sure that you're kind and respectful and don't take advantage of people, right? Yeah. But our question for today had to do with the color red. All throughout this story, we kept seeing reds and tans and browns. Pay attention here. We see some browns and some tans. And very quickly does it go from these browns and these tans to this red-orange color. What do you think that red-orange color means? Think about what it might represent. Now, it does show that the tiger is that red-orange color. So think about what kind of character, what kind of animal this tiger is. Do we see that on every page with red? What's happening on these pages? So that's our question for today. What did the author mean when he used red in his illustrations? I want you to think about that, and I can't wait to talk with you. We'll see you tomorrow.